Hello, 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 my beautiful friends. And welcome to the Secrets of a Witch podcast with me, Sabrina Scott, where I talk about life, love, magic, tarot, and everything in between. If you want to learn more about me and what I do, you can creep my website at sabrinamscott.com, maybe even book a tarot reading or check out any of my on-demand courses or anything like that. You can also peep my new clothing line at shopsabrinamscott.com. There's some super cute stuff there. If you are a witchy human, you will dig it, I promise. And if you like crop sweaters, you will like it even more. Whew, okay, so now that little disclaimer is out of the way, let's launch into the topic. So we'll see if I even hit publish on this because it's a bit of an impulsive recording. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, for now I'm recording it, and if you're listening to it, then I guess it means I did hit publish. So what I want to talk about today is what happens when you ignore the tarot cards. What happens is you basically get bitch slapped. And so I'm laughing and I'm recording this because that has happened to me today. So I pulled the 10 of Swords reversed, not once, not twice, but 3 times today. Actually, it might even be 4 times because I read for myself in my morning readings this morning with 4 different decks. One is messages from Santa Muerte, who is a saint I work with. Another deck is an old Spanish Marseille style deck. I also read for myself with the classic Rider-Waite-Smith, as well as the contemporary riff on the Rider-Waite-Smith, which is called the Modern Witch Tarot, which is super fun, and they're just great decks, all very, very different. But I'll usually pull some cards from each of those just as some little advice for the day and on various things that I'm going through, experiencing, etc. And so I read on a particular situation, which I will not name. And, I'm not going to say anything about what it was, if it was a person, place, thing, situation, or whatever. But basically the cards were like, girl, this fill in the blank is not good. Don't associate with fill in the blank. Not going to end well for you. Not good. Not good. And so, did I ignore the tarot cards? Yes. Was that a bad idea? Also, yes. So, even though I'm a professional reader, even though I've been doing this for a long time, even though I know so much about the cards, I know it can be sometimes hard to listen to the cards. Sometimes it can be really hard to be like, yeah, you know what? Even though I'm feeling really compelled to do ABC, the cards are like, that's a bad idea. I'm going to go do it anyway. I know it's hard to resist that, even though I really encourage my clients to listen to the cards, even if they really don't want to. I know from experience that sometimes we just have to make our own mistakes. Sometimes we have to have the unpleasant experience just to, be deeply in this thing called life, where unpleasant experiences, sometimes we can't avoid them. But sometimes with the tarot, it tells us what the business is, and yet we ignore it and go have the life lesson smacked in our face anyway. And so that has happened to me today. Was it a fun time? No. Did it happen faster than if I hadn't have read cards on it? Yes, I think so. As the cards were able to give me a warning of some stuff to be on the lookout for. And, I gave this situation the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe my cards were being a bit, overzealous in trying to protect me from the situation. Nope, the cards nailed it on the head, as they always do. And so sometimes these situations make me feel like kind of a dumbass. you know. But at the same time, it can be really great because it reminds us that, like, oh yeah, we can trust the cards, actually. The cards are gonna give us the business, and especially with the decks that we've been reading with for the longest, are gonna be the most accurate and the ones that are the most in tune with our energy. And so I always say to everyone I read for, ignore the cards at your peril. And yet, don't worry, I'm human. Sometimes I ignore my own advice. And so, yeah, that's the situation, my friends. And so I wanted to make an episode about this today, and this probably won't be very long, but just because I wanted to just speak this fact into existence that, yeah, this is something that we all do, even me, who has been reading for so long, even me who is a professional reader, even me who is so insistent that my clients listen to the cards. Yeah, sometimes, every once in a while, sometimes even I choose to ignore the cards and learn the lesson the hard way. And trust me, I know it's not fun, but it happens. And so if you do this, because I think pretty much we've all done this. Like, if I've done it, I'm assuming you have also done it. Don't beat yourself up. You're only human. Sometimes we get tempted by things despite our best judgment, whether that is someone hot and powerful with good sex and a lot of money, whether that is a big, sexy, big five publisher that everyone on the planet has heard of, whether that is a new shiny job that is promising to be the end-all be-all of life. It can be literally anything. We've all been tempted by these things that look shiny, whether it's a person, an opportunity, a new apartment, like a business deal, whatever. I think we've all been burned by wishing and hoping that our biggest dreams and our biggest impulses work out for us. And sometimes they do. Absolutely. But sometimes they also are not going to. And when this happens, again, even if you are warned by the cards, don't beat yourself up. Just see it as one more reason to trust the cards. And this is going to sound really cheesy, but you can also lean into a thankfulness for being alive. At least you are alive to have this experience. Being in pain, being sad, being miserable, it's temporary. And at least you are alive in one piece and able to have that experience. And I do sometimes think that being able to feel the pains and the lows, it just does make those sweet things even sweeter. Does that mean that we're going to go rush towards shitty things as often as possible? No. But in this thing called life, I do think that all of us are going to experience it at some point, whether we read the cards on it for a bit of a warning and a vibe check or not. So that's that, my friends. That is life. That is life. And sometimes we do just have to go deep into it and face the thing and learn the lesson. And sometimes that is the answer, sometimes you just have to say exactly what the fuck it is you need to say. Sometimes you just need to be there and watch the thing explode into a million pieces in flames and kind of spur it on and just be there for that. Sometimes that's just how it is. And I don't think anyone is less enlightened or less wise or less spiritual for sometimes being that person to create the Ten of Swords situation or to, reveal the Ten of Swords situation that was going to be inevitable in 6 months anyway. Sometimes I think we just need to be that act of God, that karma, that, I don't know, whatever it is. Sometimes we just need to be that lightning bolt. And The tarot can give us permission to do that. The tarot can also just acknowledge when that's going to happen anyway, no matter what we do or don't do. And that's just a part of life. It just is. And so if you've ever ignored your tarot cards, or if you've ever exploded something after the cards were like, danger, danger, be careful, don't beat yourself up. It's okay. And I'm saying this for you. I'm saying this for myself. Just bask in the wide variety of human existence and how varied this life is. And I really do think that the more experiences we have that show us what we don't want, we can learn from it. And so what's something I did today as well is pull the cards for what can you learn from the situation? What is the lesson here? Sometimes the lesson is to trust your intuition the first time with something or somebody or an opportunity, which, to be honest, I think was part of the lesson with this one for me. Sometimes we want to see if our first judgment intuition is us being a bitch or us actually being intuitive. And, I think in this case it was me actually being intuitive. But I decided to give the thing a go anyway, despite the cards. So it is what it is. So, it's okay. Live a little, dust yourself off, give yourself some love, pull some cards on what is the lesson here, read a book on it if you need to, sleep on it if you need to, watch a movie, self-care, whatever the hell it is you need to do to shake off the bad vibes of a weird situation. And, onwards and upwards on to the next best and brightest vibes. Simple as that, my friends. What is meant for you will not pass you by. You will never be able to fuck things up with the right person. And I know that might sound insane, because obviously some people just do crazy shit, and it's reasonable to leave them in that circumstance. That's another podcast episode I could talk about, but I really do believe that what is meant for us won't pass us by. What is healthy for us won't pass us by. And that, if something isn't meant for us, that's okay. An experience is meant to teach us something. What works, what doesn't, what to be on the lookout for next time in terms of what is good and what is bad for us. All right, my friends. If you don't pull tarot cards every day, I would really recommend it. You can pull general cards of the day, cards of the week. I do both of those. What do I need to know today? What do I need to know about work? What do I need to know about PhD stuff? What do I need to know to have the best day possible? What do I need to know about dating and love? What do I need to know about health, etc., etc.? I would recommend it. You can get a little bit of a waving red flag at times, so that sometimes when these life things happen, it won't catch you totally unawares. Okay, friends, so that is it for today. Thank you for listening, as always. If you dig the podcast, please do share it with a friend and leave a 5-star review. It is so helpful. I know that sounds silly, but it really does help weirdly. So please share. Thank you. And have a lovely rest of your day, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is for you. Much love. Bye.